Hi guys, this is part 2 of my Star Wars Hot Toys figure collection, and in part 1 I showed you the figures in this cabinet, which are essentially Rogue One characters. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out after watching this video. And in this video I'm going to show you the figures in this cabinet, which are original trilogy characters. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so I thought we'd start at the top of the cabinet and work our way down. So that means we're going to take a look at Hoth Leia to start off with, and have a look at that head sculpt. That is amazing. Like I said in the previous video, if you're going to make a non-helmeted, non-masked character, you have to get the head sculpt right, and like they did with Tarkin, I think they got this spot on with Leia. That looks brilliant, especially when the rest of the character is, there's not much going on. I mean, they've done the costume pretty well. It's basically just a white jumpsuit with an off-white vest, though. It's got the little rank insignia, the wrist. I think that's a communicator. I'm not sure. And then she comes with some nice accessories, the welding goggles, the welder. She's on a bungee cord. And then I think the other one that's packed away in the box is that sort of standard Rebel blaster type thing. She's got that as well. But yeah, in my opinion, and this is why I bought this, is you're buying it for the head sculpt as much as anything. Stunning. I don't think they could have done a better job. Next up we have Old Ben, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, and again this figure has been done brilliantly, in particular just because of the head sculpt. That's what sold me on it, to be honest. I think this is about the third Hot Toys figure I bought, I think. And as soon as I saw the head sculpt, I thought I have to have that figure. Amazing. Maybe they could have done it. They could have made him a little bit more haggard, sort of give him a few more wrinkles and that sort of thing, but I still think that is an amazing head sculpt. Fantastic likeness to Alec Guinness. And then he's got the rest of his costume. Comes with a lightsaber hilt. He does have one of the other accessories is you can detach this arm and attach an arm with a built-in lightsaber attached to the hand. It has batteries in it, and it lights up the lightsaber. I have never actually done that, so I don't know how well that works, but I'm just happy to display him like this. How good is that? Again, I don't think they could have got it any better. Okay, next victim is R2-D2, and officially this was released as a Force Awakens R2-D2, so I don't know exactly what makes him Force Awakens, but I'm more than happy to display him with the original trilogy characters. So I think this has been done really well. He looks nice and grimy. I don't know if that is what makes him Force Awakens, because he's been standing around doing nothing and he's just attracted grime somehow. I'm not sure. This center wheel does retract, so you can display him standing as such. And he also has light up features. So you have to touch this panel on the side here, and then all of those sort of holograph display type things light up. And then if you tap it again, the rest of his light features light up. Unfortunately, you can't. I would have liked to have just the other light features being able to light up, separate to the hologram display thing I was lighting up. But unfortunately you can't do that. You've got to either have those on, or all on, or nothing. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's still a nice little feature. And then he also comes with a remote control. He has sound features. I can't remember how many there are. I'm not going to go through them all, but you get the idea. So, another very cool figure. And now, one of, if not my favourite trooper designs, the Imperial Snow Trooper. So, I was ecstatic when they announced this, and even more ecstatic when I picked it up. So, absolutely brilliant. See a bit of grime on the helmet, but not too much, just enough. Again, they've done the E11. They do the weapon so well, Hot Toys. The detail on the weapon is scary. So even, I don't know how they do it, but they've got the it's like that. It's got that metal look, but it's also a little bit corroded. Got a little very slight rusty look to it, but like I've seen a lot of action. Brilliant. Probably just do a whole video on Hot Toys weapons, Star Wars weapons. Yeah, really nice. His little thermal blaster has fallen off the back there. That normally attaches to the back of the belt. The Karma, it's been done really well. It's like a 2-ply material. The only problem I have with this figure, and again this is really nitpicky, they've padded the legs so that the fabric is really tight on the legs, but if you actually watch the Snowtroopers in the movie, from what I can remember, the fabric on the legs is sort of loose and doesn't fit tight like this, but I guess it makes for a better looking figure, but I don't know how screen accurate that aspect is, but apart from that, it's brilliant. Again, lots of nice detail and paint on the boots. Another really nice figure. Okay, here we have Boba, or Boba Fett, depending on where you're from, in his Return of the Jedi guise. And yeah, this is one of the more expensive Hot Toys figures that I've picked up, but that's alright because I think it's worth it. Have a look at the detail in the helmet, the paintwork, the damage, the rangefinder articulates. There are wires in the edges of the cape that you can manipulate to sort of give the cape a bit of shape. Backpack has been painted brilliantly. Got his Wookiee braids. Sorry, Wookiees. The wrist gauntlets look awesome. Almost as good as Nick's Toy Barn's wrist gauntlets that he's been working on recently. Have a look at that detail. Another nitpick, the wrist pegs are black. They should be grey. They stick out like dogs, you know what. When you pose him like this, and a lot of people are going to pose him like this. The weapon has been painted really well. Sort of bodysuit. It's got various pouches and all sorts of stuff, and slots for the tools and what have you. And here on the shins, and he's got his assassin's boots on. They look pretty cool too. Now they either have or are going to release an Empire Strikes Back version of Mr. Fett, and I'm going to have to pick that up as well. Here's the, I can't remember if they call this the Death Star Gunner or the Imperial Gunner. I think it's the Death Star Gunner. And this is an interesting figure. Very interesting. Freaky deaky helmet design. I was always fascinated by this as a kid, and they've done it really well on this, although it is extremely clean and glossy. And if you go back and watch A New Hope and you look at the Death Star gunners, they're much like Vader's helmet. They're sort of dirty and smudged and all that sort of thing, but still, this looks really cool. He's got his flak jacket on here, a pleather type jacket, which is sort of similar to the Vader, the material they use for the Vader, maybe exactly the same. That and that are removable. He has two looks, and then you can display him without that. He's a bit of a pain in the backside to get off, so I'm not going to do it now. So he does have two looks. He's got his blaster there, which is very similar, if not the same, as the Rebel blaster you get with these figures. And then there's this bodysuit, sort of, this is a full bodysuit. It runs up over the entire body, and if you do remove those two items, you can see that. And then really the only thing I don't like about this figure is these hard plastic boots. Hard plastic molded boots. You get no articulation from here down because of the boots. I thought that was a bit cheap. This was not the most expensive Hot Toys figure I've ever bought. It was one of the cheaper ones, but still, that does still feel a bit cheap considering the money you're spending on these figures. They should have done it more like Tarkin's boots with the pleather boots. But still, having said that, I very much like this figure. Okay, so last but most definitely not least is the Sand Trooper, and I think this figure has the most accessories of all of the Hot Toys figures that I've bought, and I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Most of them are packed away in the box. I think he comes with a DLT-19 and an E11, and then this thing, I can't remember what this weapon's called. You can see the binoculars. I think there might even be a sort of probe droid. It's from the special edition. I can't remember now. But anyway, this always falls out of his hand, so I'll just give you a quick look at this. The detail in this alone is amazing. Look at the paint for starters, the nylon strap, and then the weathering on it as well. Absolutely brilliant. And then you've got the classic A New Hope Star Wars armor, and this has been done absolutely brilliantly. I was umming and ahhing. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. Brilliant. There's the binoculars. They've been done brilliantly. So I guess this has been based on the sand trooper that pulls over the Luke's land speeder and gets deceived by Obi-Wan Kenobi. You can tell by the black brow on his the black brow being bent up like that, and also the distinctive paintwork here on the chest. But it's it's just been done brilliantly. It really has. All these pouches are great. They're made in like a pleather type thing. There's even a pouch on the side there, but they've been weathered as well. They look grimy. Shoulder pauldron looks awesome. The grind on the armor has just been again done perfectly. Not too much, not too little. Looks realistic. The backpack looks fantastic now. There's actually adjustable straps on the backpack as well, and I just realised I haven't got around to adjusting it. It probably should sit higher, but a fantastic figure. Really glad I picked this guy up. Actually, until I just pulled him out of the cabinet, I forgot how good this figure is. Until I pulled him out and had a closer look. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks for checking out my Star Wars Hot Toys collection. Make sure you check out part 1 if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's a list of things you have to do. Feel free to leave any comments down below. Give this video a like, and as always, may the Force be with you.